Hi everybody, here we are again, and it's a Muntons Flagship Hoppy Citrus Fruity West Coast IPA. Here to talk about it. That's a bit cut off. There's an instruction sheet inside. Put it on the barrel, put it on the fermenter, so I know what's in it. It's not a gimmick. It's just a little piece of paper. Showing you the box. Right. There's the front of it. There's some bump about top quality ingredients. Some actual ingredients on the side. And some more bump about Muntons on the other side. It's one of the flagship boxes, so they come stuck down on this edge. They're quite a robust box. You unfold it, and there's your stuff. The cans were sat in upright. I've just stuck them in to put stuff in. So it came with 2 cans of pre-hot malt extract, 1.5 kilos each, so 3 kilos. The actual kit is a 4 kilo kit, because it also comes with an unspecified dodgy white powder. It's got a best before on it. That's about it. It'll be dextrose. Approximately 1 kilo. There. It also came, as I said, with instruction leaflet, which I didn't really open, apart from cutting the piece off. So it's instruction and advertisement. They like their advertisements. Came with 3 packets of hot pellets. 30 grams of Summit hot pellets, 30 grams of Columbus hot pellets, and 30 grams of Chinook hot pellets. It also came with a pack of Safale US 05. Didn't use it. I only used my SO4 as usual, just because I like SO4 because it settles really well. Now, as you can see, the box isn't particularly deformed, but if you're watching Muntons, the cans were to the point where a seam was slightly busted on one of the cans, and it's leaked ever so slightly into the box. That's not handling when it's been in the box, because if you dent it enough for a dent like that, it's going to damage the box. The box isn't damaged. That's been done on the production line somewhere. Note well, Muntons, look at your production line a little bit. A lot of cans are becoming dented, and I was thinking maybe it's bad handling, but this one will prove it. No, it's not bad handling. Nothing wrong with the box. It's been busted before it's gone in the box. Enough of that ranting. Right. Produces 35 pints. 7% ABV. If you brew it as the instructions. Ingredients, which is important for later: hot malt extract, in brackets, barley, in bold, malt extract, hop extract, dextrose, hot pellets, dried yeast. Nothing else in the ingredients. We'll go to the facts and figures. Which one's on? We're on the Hoppy Citrus Fruity. So, I brewed it to 40 pints, but I didn't use the sugar. Because at a guesstimate, I was thinking 35 pints and a kilo of sugar at 7%, don't want that. Brew it to 40 pints, don't add the sugar. Rightly so. So the starting gravity was 1.046 at 24 degrees C. Dry hopped for 2 days, almost exactly. Final gravity was 1.012 at 21 degrees C, so an approximate. And so there's 3 degrees difference in the temperature. We're into figure messing category, didn't bother, so it is an approximate ABV of 4.61956522%. Cost of the kit was £31.95, meaning price per pint of 79.875. So it's 80p a pint, still cheaper than buying it in the pub. So let's have a look at it. As you may have noticed, it can get a head, doesn't hold a head, doesn't even hold a ring. Initially, it produces some lacing, but that dies off before you're halfway through the pint. Hazy. Normally my beers aren't hazy. It's hazy gold. Light straw. Dark straw maybe. Dark straw. Hazy gold or dark straw. Hazy dark straw. Beer should be clear. If your beer is hazy, there's something wrong with your brewing process. It's not how I brewed the kit, because I've brewed kits many times, and they're generally, depending on the kit, clear. Often crystal clear. Often even polished clear. That is not clear. It's hazy. You can see through it, but hazy, 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 nonetheless. If there'd been wheat in the brew, you could blame that, but it's all barley, so it's not my brewing process. I would say it's the mashing process. They've not mashed it long enough or to the right temperature, so not all of the starch has turned to sugar. That to me looks like a starch haze. Dodgy. Right. Less ranting. Muntons, think on. Check on your mashing times and temperatures. Let's give it a sniff. There is a bit of a maltiness, I think. A little bit of maltiness and a bit of fruitiness. Whack it down a laughing tackle. Yeah. Not too bad. Not overly citrusy. There is some fruitiness, but it's not really citrusy fruit. It's more like tropical mango maybe, or pineapple perhaps. But there is also, it doesn't have a clean finish to it. There's a difficulty to describe, lingering on the tongue, almost like a chalkiness, but it's not really chalkiness. It's not far off. It's that sort of not really sure. Not an off flavour as such. It's just a weird mouthfeel. Very possibly starch. Could be. Mouthfeel wise, it's a medium. Overall, beer enjoyment wise, a little bit poor. The flavours aren't bad. There is an earthiness to the back end and a very gentle bittering, but there's that clagginess. It's not a clean finish. Not overly impressed, especially not for the price of the kit. Would I buy it again? Hell no. How many stars out of 5? 3 at the absolute max. Right. Like, comment, subscribe. See you next time. Cheers. Bye.
Wake up after night, sunshine warms my face. Sitting up and looking around, my mind is lost in space. Still lying in my jeans, they stink of facts and beans.